Ringo TV Raw. You already done know what it is. We back in the building. Talk about the situation with Rickey Smiley. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. Ringo TV Raw. We in the building for another one. All right. Continuing on with our case of Rickey Smiley. He's in the news pretty much talking about the situation that happened with his son, Brandon. Now, if you've been following my work on the other platform, we've been covering the case of Brandon Smiley's passing more than anyone. So this information is not new to me because I already done told y'all what the situation is about. But now we got to break down this video clip. Your boy, Rickey Smiley, has been on a tour on social media ever since his son passed away. That's right. You see, I already told y'all that it was a blood sacrifice. Y'all got mad with me. I told you that he sacrificed his son. Right after his son passed away, the man made like 100 videos just talking about his son's passing, basically exploiting and monetizing his own son's death. Look, fam, if your son passed away and you're making video after video and you're monetizing those videos, you're basically trying to cash in. That's what you're doing. And he made about 100 videos. And then I seen something interesting. He got a hold of the funeral and he posted that on his platform too, and monetized that as well. Then he started to post clips of different segments of the funeral and monetize that. Right? And to add insult to injury, he then went on a tour on other platforms, including Brother Shay Shay. Yeah. Oh, you thought I didn't see that one? You thought I didn't see the fact that you were on Brother Shay Shay's platform, which have over 1 million something subscribers. So he's basically on tour, right? Talking about his life and different issues, but he's not talking about his involvement in his son's death. You see, here on Ringo TV Raw, we get down to the nitty-gritty. We break down the videos and we show you what they don't want you to see. When it comes to the breakdowns, you can only find the best on Ringo TV Raw. Period. Now, we're gonna get into the tapes because now he's being interviewed by the news media. Now, when everything first came out, he ain't tell us what went down. He didn't tell us, yeah, you know, my son, he passed away by ODing. He ain't tell us that. He kept it on the hush. But see, there's something fishy about this news report, this interview. And I gotta expose what's going on in the dark because we don't want nobody to be deceived in these streets. So without further ado, we're gonna get into the case that Rickey didn't care about his son. Rickey Smiley did not care about his son, y'all. he did not care about his son. And he just keep putting out video after video. He's monetizing his son's death. That's pretty much what he's doing right now, y'all. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna break down this video clip real fast and make some sense of this. So let's roll the tape. Commentary and criticism, Ringo TV Raw, fair use.
Well, today, Rickey is speaking out on television for the first time about his son, Brandon. Brandon died on January 29th, and his dad is here this morning to talk, first of all, about how he and his family are coping. And
him and his family ain't coping. Him and his family is monetizing his son's death. This dude is on tour, capitalizing off of his son's death. What do you mean coping? What are you talking about? This man ain't shed no tears. This man been running his chopper all month of last month, just running his mouth. Video after video after video, wanting people to feel sorry for him. But he never came out and told people what happened. And now he's alluding that his son OD'd. Why? Because he been watching my videos. I'm the one who said that. Bro, you didn't even get the toxicology test back. So how could you come out in the public and say he OD'd? How you know that? How you know he OD'd? Could it be that maybe you lined him up? Could it be that maybe you planted something on him? Maybe you gave him a couple of aspirin pills. Maybe he said, yo, Pops, I got a headache. You got any aspirin I can get? Sure, son. Hold on to these pills. How do we know you ain't do it? How do we know you didn't delete your own son, fam? Because I don't trust you. Because when this thing first dropped, you weren't saying nothing. You ain't come out and say, yo, you know, my son OD'd. You know, his baby mama girlfriend, blah, 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 whoopity whoop, she said so and so and so. You ain't say that. You kept everything on the hush and you said, hey, I want y'all to hear it from me first before you hear it from anybody else. Ain't nobody else said nothing yet. Ain't nobody else coming to the public to talk about your son, fam, but you. You a suspect. You a suspect, fam. When I look at this situation, you never cared about your son. Because we already did multiple streams about this situation. And based on all the streams that I've done on the other platform, we uncovered the truth.
Well, today, Rickey is speaking out on television for the first time about his son, Brandon.
His son, Brandon, for the first time. This is not the first time he spoke. He'd been speaking on his YouTube platform forever. He'd been speaking on other people's platforms. This is not the first time. So that's a lie. That's a lie. Do you understand me? You've been speaking about this already. Do you understand? You've been capitalizing, promoting the son's passing like it was a movie. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not subscribed to the other platform, make sure you subscribe to the Ringo TV Reactions channel because we've been covering the case from the beginning and we brought out all the details. This dude didn't have no love for his son. Not only that, you had another nephew of his that passed away by ODing. And the son was salty about how the situation with his pops, where his pops outed the so-called nephew for not wanting to cut his locks. We covered all those videos already. So I know the whole story. You understand? I'm not just talking crap. I cover these kind of cases, right? So Rickey never loved his son. He never did, because we covered another video where he talked about how he got peace in his house. Why? Because he put all his sons out. He put them out the house. He didn't want them there. He didn't know nothing about his son. He wasn't even around his son's daughter. He haven't even been around in his son's daughter's life in a long time. Now that he passed away, you see videos of Rickey Smiley acting like he hanging out with his granddaughter all of a sudden. But you weren't doing that before. You ain't have no relationship with Brandon. So I don't know why he's basically portraying himself as if though he was this good dad that was active and had much love for his son. I'm just calling it what it is. You never had no love for your son. You never cared. So I don't know why you're doing these interviews on these news broadcasts trying to make it seem like you're on this campaign now. You understand? You playing yourself, fam. You are using your son's death to basically build your name, to promote your radio show. At the funeral, ladies and gentlemen, Rickey Smiley promoted his radio show at the funeral. Could you believe that? He was giving shout outs to everybody. This is sad, man. And he ain't even have nothing to say about his son at his own funeral. Y'all saw my videos. I covered all of this. He never had nothing to say about his son. He just went up there, had the daughter with him to make it look good. Then he walked off the stage. Ain't that something? Let's hear what he got to say. Let's roll it back from the top. Because again, you're dealing with the best in the game when it comes to the breakdown. I'm very detailed. Very, very detailed. I don't sugarcoat nothing. Do you understand me? I make you see details to make you understand what's going on. Let's get to the tapes.
Rickey is speaking out on television for the first time about his son, Brandon. Brandon died on January 29th, and his dad is here this morning to talk, first of all, about how he and his family are coping and about some important warnings for parents as well. Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Our deepest
Appreciate
condolences.
You. Yes, sir.
First of all, you get the call that no parent ever wants to
You get the call that no parent want. You get the call that no parent want.
that your child has passed away.
Not your child, a grown man, right? He wasn't a baby. Just say your son, not your child. We understand that's his so-called son, but don't address him as child. I don't like when people do that. That kind of wording make it become all emotional. Your child, like he really cared.
What happened, Rickey?
What happened?
I was in Dallas at my apartment, getting ready to watch the playoff. His girlfriend called. She said, text Brandon at this number.
His girlfriend called. Uh-oh, we have a mystery on our hands. His girlfriend called. So you're telling me that the girlfriend called you? The same girlfriend that was giving him trouble when it came to him seeing his child. Are you telling me that's the same woman? Are you telling me the same woman where Brandon Smiley on his Instagram tried to go visit the baby mama to see his daughter? You're telling me that that same woman or a new woman? Because I'm trying to figure out, how does a woman contact you to tell you about your son? How does she know that? That mean that she was there popping pills with him? Because you alluded to him ODing. So how could he OD if the so-called girlfriend was with him? That mean they were both using drugs. Again, the best in the game. Right. Let's rewind that back. Let's listen to this thing from the top. Let's go. Roll the tape.
Yes, sir.
First of all, you get the call that no parent ever wants to get.
That was the call he wanted to hear. That was the call Rickey Smiley wanted to hear. He wanted and anticipated that call. How many people in the chat watch my other streams on the other platform where Rickey Smiley said that he's going to go to the other children that are good and tell them, this one right here is not going to make it. This one is going to die. How many of y'all remember when I did that stream? He was talking about his own son, that his own son is not going to make it. He said he's going to tell the other sons and siblings that this one is not going to make it. So it's not like when he got that phone call, he was shocked. He already knew that Brandon was going to die. He knew this already. Right. Okay, let's get back to the tapes.
That your child has passed away. What happened?
What happened?
I was in Dallas at my apartment, getting ready to watch the playoff. His girlfriend called. She said, text Brandon at this number or call him. So I called, nobody answered. I called her back. I said, everything okay? She was crying.
She was crying. She called you to tell you to text Brandon at this number. So you didn't have the number. See, that right there. Why would she have to call you to tell you to text him at a phone number? That means you ain't have his number. That means you, sir, didn't have no relationship with your son. Do you see how I just did that? Boom. I'm telling you. He didn't even have his own son's number, y'all. He didn't even have his own son's number. The woman had to call him and say, text your son at this number. Now, if you a father and you care about your son and you got a relationship with your son, you would have his number in your phone. She wouldn't have to tell you what number to text. You never had a relationship with your son, sir. I know you never did. I'm doing my investigative reporting journalist business now. You never had no relationship with your son because you would have had the number already. She had to give you the number for you to text him, which means you never had a relationship. Not only that, this seems very suspect. How is it that the girlfriend had your number? How she got your number, but you don't got your son's number? Sounds to me like somebody was plotting. Sounds to me like she was a mole, an agent, or a handler that was on the inside messing with your son and reporting back to you. Oh, am I putting it together now? Oh, you mad, right? Yeah, I figured it out. Let's get back to the tapes. Let's find out what this girlfriend is about. Let's go.
The playoff, his girlfriend called. She said, text Brandon at this number or call him. So I called, nobody answered. I called her back. I said, everything okay? She was crying.
So she started crying. She gave you a number to text him already. Listen, she already knew he was gone. She knew. But now you call her back and she's crying. Why would she tell you to text him and then you call her back and she's crying? Why would she do that? Does that make sense? No, it don't make no sense. Sounds like somebody plotted on somebody and y'all not getting your story right. Let's go.
And she said that, in her words, she said that he had OD'd.
Why would she say he OD'd in her words? So you knew he OD'd, but you didn't come out in the public when everything happened and say that he OD'd. You ain't say that. You ain't say that. So let me get this straight. You didn't get the toxicology test back yet. You didn't get the results back. But you're on a public news station interviewing and saying he OD'd without the toxicology results. Okay, sir, how is it that you know that he OD'd? How you know that? Because she said so? How do we know she didn't kill him? How do we know that? How do we know you ain't a part of it? Because you look mighty suspect. I don't trust you because, hey, you claim you his father, but you didn't even have his number. Another woman had to give you your son's number to text him. So that right there tells me you never had a relationship with him. He was just out there doing his own thing. And now that he's in trouble, she gave you the number to text him. What's really going on? Let's roll the tape.
And so I called and that was around 10. There was a 12 o'clock flight leaving Dallas. So I just kind of grabbed my backpack and jumped on the plane.
So you grabbed your backpack and jumped on a plane. You grab your backpack and jump on a plane. So let me get this straight. You supposed to be watching the game, but a backpack was already done packed and ready to go? You supposed to be watching a game, but you just grabbed your backpack. So your backpack was already packed? So you anticipated this. Oh, I get it. You already done plotted and planned this. Allegedly, right? That's what happens, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. So you knew in advance. So you had your bag and everything packed. See, you got to get your story right, sir. This is not looking good for you. I suggest you really sit down and think about this, because as long as Ringo TV is on the case, you're going to have problems. Like, seriously, you're going to have to answer to the court of public opinion, sir. This is not looking good. You had a bag already packed. Now, we already talked about that video. And I shared all my details on how you're just up and ready to catch a flight just like that. Really? That fast? Just like that? Interesting.
And I flew to Birmingham, and I got a phone call on my way out the door from Brandon's younger sister.
Really? So you got a call from his younger sister. So now you get a call from the girlfriend. Now you get a call from his younger sister. So all of these people are calling you. So how they all hearing this news? How they all hearing this? Are they in front of Brandon? How is it that everybody is hearing this stuff and they all calling you? What she say? Let's hear what she said.
Lives in Atlanta. Taylor.
So she lives in Atlanta. So if she lives in Atlanta, right? How she's getting this information? If the girlfriend is the one that got the news, how she got the information now? See, the story is not lining up.
That he had passed.
So you have another person telling you that he had passed. So the girlfriend said he passed. Now the sister saying he passed. And she in Atlanta. Okay, that's cool.
She was crying. And yeah.
So she was crying, but you didn't cry. You never cried. We haven't seen you cry. Not at all. You said you're strong. Okay.
Had there been a history of drug use that you knew about?
Yes, it'd been a history. Yes, but he never talked about that. That's the problem. He never talked about it. That's right. That's right. There been a history of drug use in the family. The nephew that was popping pills, he died by ODing. Not only did he die, but y'all remember the other live stream that I did where Rickey Smiley claimed that he had other young men that was in his care. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember my live streams where Rickey Smiley said it himself that he had other young men that was in his care that also died as a result of ODing. Do you remember the streams? I'm not making this up. Look, fam, if you're not subscribed to the Ringo TV Reactions channel, you need to go over there and subscribe today and check out all my videos about the issues regarding the Rickey Smiley situation with the son Brandon Smiley. I covered multiple videos about this case. Do you understand me? We went into the old video archives of Rickey Smiley claiming that you need to put these kids out your house, that they're no good, and how they're all gonna die. This is what he been saying. He never had love for Brandon, y'all. He never did. And he wasn't trying to help him. With all the money, with all the resources, with all his connects, he never tried to help Brandon. He never did. He left him to die. I'm just saying, right? So let's get back into this thing, fam. Let's hear what he got to say.
Yeah, he was struggling with that.
That wasn't the question. The question was there a history of drug use in the family? Was there a history of this? Let's rewind the tapes. Because Rickey is acting like he don't understand English. Let me rewind it back.
Brandon's younger sister that lives in Atlanta, Taylor, that he had passed.
Okay.
She was crying. And yeah.
Had there been a history of drug use that you knew about?
Has there been a history of drug use that you know about? Of course he know. He know about all the other young men that have died by ODing. So he knows about this. He was the same one who harassed and bullied a young man on social media by telling the world that I tried to help this mother effer. These are his words. I showed you the live stream on the other platform where Rickey Smiley called his nephew a mother effer because he didn't want to cut off his locks to get a job that pays him roughly $100K. If he hustle and do what he got to do in tips and whatnot, he can make about $100K. He called that young man a mother effer, right? Because he didn't want to cut his locks. And he bullied him, embarrassed him on social media. And it literally pushed him over the edge to the point where the young man went pop pills. Yeah. This is all documented in videos. Even the brothers that passed away, his sister came out and made a video against Rickey Smiley. We covered all those videos already. These are facts.
Yeah, he was struggling with that. We had his mother and I made several attempts to try to send him to get the help that he needed, send him to rehab.
That's a lie. You tried to send him to get the help he needed? With all the resources. So let me get this straight. You're a radio personality. You speak to millions of people, but you couldn't even save your own son. Really? So you have a popular radio show speaking to millions of people. You're a church-going man, Christian. You believe in Jesus. But with all the religion, with all the resources and money and power, you weren't able to save your own son from the devil. You know, there's a scripture for that where it talks about how can a man basically take care of the house of God if he can't even take care of his own family. You're not in a position to be telling anyone anything about anything if you couldn't deal with the issues your own son had. Because you knew about what happened to the other young brother that passed away on your watch, and the other 2 or 3 young men that died by ODing on your watch. So you knew about the history of these young men and what they were doing and how they were struggling. Your son, Rickey Smiley, have a video on his Instagram where he's crying out for help. You see him struggling in his car. You knew about that video. You ain't even have your son's number. His girlfriend sent the number for you to text. That's all the proof we need right there to know you didn't have no relationship with that man. You didn't. So stop acting like you're a father now. You abandoned your son when he needed you most. That's right. Let's get back to the clips. Let's go.
And we thought that he was doing better. He had just joined the church, had just got baptized. Again, probably.
He just got baptized. Y'all remember on his Instagram, there's a little video clip where you see him getting baptized in water. It's almost as if though they knew this man was gonna die. It's almost like they made him get baptized because they figure, hey, we're gonna use him as a sacrifice. So get baptized now because we don't know where you're gonna go after you die. Y'all remember that clip, right? Let's go.
A month before he passed away.
A month before he passed away, he got baptized.
And, he went in, he used, and it killed him.
Rickey, you're lying. You know good and well that you have a part in your son's passing. Just like you had a part in the other brother that passed away's passing. It seemed like you're always there. What do you know about this? Why you're not telling everybody the truth? Why you're just acting like he just passed away? You knew what you were doing. That brother was at the edge. That brother was alone. He didn't have nobody to go to. You disowned him because of his issues. You didn't try to understand.
But we haven't got a toxicology report yet. So this is just what we're speculating.
How could you, whoa. How can you speculate? How can you? See, it's okay if I speculate. I could speculate. You're the father. How can you speculate and you are the father? So you mean to tell me you don't even know if he died by OD? You don't know. But you're out here speculating? Really? So you mean to tell me all this time you have no clue on how your son died, but you speculating? Fam, you guilty. You guilty. There's no way around this, man. You guilty, man. You guilty, fam. Speculating? Nah, this ain't right.
But we haven't got a toxicology report yet. So this is just what we're speculating according to his girlfriend who found him unresponsive.
So his girlfriend found him unresponsive. So if he OD'd and the girlfriend found him, that would mean that him and his girlfriend was using some sort of narcotics, some sort of drugs, popping pills. Somebody was popping pills. How could she just find him? How? How could she find him? And why would he be popping pills in front of her if she's not popping pills herself? Could it be that you gave the girlfriend allegedly some pills for your son to help him with his stress and that took him out? Could it be, Rickey Smiley, that you allegedly gave the girlfriend some sort of pills that was supposed to, I guess, help him with his stress, and you knew that those pills would take him out, and that's why you're saying that he OD'd and he was unresponsive, so that when the toxicology tests come back, the results, it'll say that he had drugs in his system, so that it could be your alibi that you didn't have no involvement. See, I got you all figured out. Could that be it? Could it be it? Just saying. I'm just saying, this is just not looking right. Seems like you lined him up. Seemed like you wanted him out of the way. Let's go. Let's get back to the tapes.
The cause of death, we should point out, is pending.
Yes, the cause of death is pending. So why are y'all broadcasting this as if though he OD'd? Only I could do that. Only I can speculate. You understand? You're on a national stage and you're saying that you're speculating that he OD'd. That's not cool to do, especially for your son. That doesn't even make sense. Who would do such a thing? You would want the facts to come out. See, when I made my content about your son, talking about he OD'd, I had a lot of Christians coming in there telling me I need to mind my business. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's not what happened. This is what happened to me. But now, look what's going on. Now Rickey Smiley is saying he's speculating and how his son OD'd, and he's saying what I've been saying. Rickey Smiley is basically saying what I've been talking about. But I don't see the same Christians going to Rickey Smiley saying, wow, Rickey Smiley, why would you say that? Why would you say that? And the toxicology exams didn't come out yet. Why would you do that? This is crazy, man. Let's rewind it back. Let's go.
Oh, this is just what we're speculating according to his girlfriend who found him.
So according to the girlfriend who found him, you all speculating. So the whole family is believing that he died by way of ODing because of what the girlfriend says. So did the girlfriend delete him? Did the girlfriend delete him so she could collect some sort of monetary money or to get him out of the way for you? Was she paid under the table allegedly by you? Because I don't understand, how is it that you, sir, don't have your own son's phone number, but his girlfriend was able to call you? How is it that you're communicating with her? How is it that she has your phone number to communicate with you? I know why. Because she's her handler and she reports back to you. She reports back to you what he's doing. That's what you, yeah. Yeah, that's what's going on. She reports back to you. So the whole time Rickey Smiley was with her, you and his girlfriend been communicating on the low. She been giving you the 411 on what he's doing, where he's going, who he's hanging out with. How I know this? Because you didn't have his phone number. She had your number enough to call you. That tells me that you and her communicated more than your own son. Bars. Let's go. Let's get back to the tapes.
Yeah.
Unresponsive.
And the cause of death, we should point out, is pending because of some additional lab studies that are needed. But you mentioned that he has had a history, and you're here this morning to talk to other parents as well who...
Why are you talking to other parents now because your son had a history? Didn't I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that sooner or later, he's going to come out acting like some sort of activist for situations like this? Didn't I say this already? So now he's trying to make a career off of his son's death now. First, he monetized 1,000 videos about his son's death. Now he's trying to act like he really care about your children now. Let's get back to the tape.
May have a child who's dealing with addiction issues.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So you want to talk to parents that may have a child that have addiction issues, but you weren't there to help your own son overcome his issues. Hypocrite. Please sit down. Just sit down. Seriously. How can you try to help other parents deal with their issues with their kids when you weren't even there helping your son? How can you speak to parents that have issues with their sons and their daughters that go through these type of things when you weren't even there for your own son? This is not making no sense, fam. Let's get back to the tape.
We have to have a conversation, but I think the parents are having the conversation. Mm-hmm. The problem is getting the kids to listen to what the parents are saying.
Oh, now we get in the nitty gritty. So basically what Rickey is basically saying right here is that his son never listened to him. That he would try to talk to his son on do this, do that, but his son wanted to do his own thing. Are you seeing the attitude and how it's coming up out of the system? Let's go.
The parents are having these conversations. Some of them are uncomfortable, and we just assume that if you're in a good school district or you're in a gated community or everything's going good, that these kids are not, doing drugs. You don't have...
Listen, Rickey Smiley, you're supposed to be a Christian, right? You're supposed to be following Jesus, right? The Bible says to train up a child in the way they should go. And when they are old, they would not depart from it. See, sir, the truth of the matter is this. When Brandon was a child, you never raised him up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. You did not do that, sir. You never raised him according to the Bible. So he didn't know God. He didn't know what the scriptures teach. So stop acting like you were there talking to him. You didn't give him the truth. So stop the cap, bro. Let's go.
Everything's going good, that these kids are not, doing drugs. You don't have to be in the hood,
right?
To succumb to drug abuse. So Brandon, we had been talking to him for years. I don't know why.
You've been talking to him for years. You messed up, fam. You messed up right there. So, for years, you've been talking to Brandon. So you knew that for years, Brandon had a drug problem. Do you see, ladies and gentlemen, how we were able to do that? For years. For years, Brandon Smiley had a drug addiction. Rickey Smiley just confessed. For years, we've been talking to him.
I don't know how. His mother is clean and sober her whole life. She lives in Atlanta.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that she's clean and sober. I believe she may have struggled with drugs as well. Because there is a history in your family. It seemed like everybody that's around you, Mr. Smiley, has been passing away due to ODing on some sort of pills. So either you, sir, may allegedly dibble and dabble with pills and drugs. The mother of Brandon Smiley may have dabbled in drugs. Somebody was dabbling in drugs because it seemed like these struggles and these demons that Brandon been facing is a generational curse. That's right. Let's get back to the tapes.
With Brandon's bonus father and myself, we are all clean and sober.
How do we know you're clean and sober? How do we know you're not drunk? How do we know you don't use drugs recreationally? How do we know you ain't doing that? You could be saying anything right now, capping on the camera. We don't know that. Let's go.
And I just don't, I don't know. I hate it.
I don't know. I hate it. You know exactly what it was because the other young brother died. So you knew about the addictions. You knew about the struggles and you disown your son. That's what you did.
What was he like?
Fun.
The folks who didn't know him.
Yeah.
Rickey, the man just asked you, what was he like for folks that didn't know him? I don't even think you're qualified, sir, to answer that question. I'm sorry, but I don't think you're qualified. I don't think that you're qualified to ask that question, being that you really didn't know your son. You didn't know him. You didn't. Fam, you didn't even know his number. You didn't even know his phone number. His girlfriend had to call you to tell you to text him. You didn't even know his phone number. So how could you tell the people about him? Listen, man, I tell you, we the best in the game at this, man. Let's go.
Fun, funny, all with the leader.
And see, they love to do this type of stuff. They love to post these little kid pictures. You see the little kitty pictures? They love to post those pictures as if though he was there with his son playing catch in the backyard with the mittens on, you know, playing a little softball in the backyard. They always try to do this type of stuff to make it look all sentimental and emotional. They love doing that type of stuff.
Prankster.
I bet you he don't have not one photo with him that was recent. I'm talking about within a year. None. I can guarantee you he don't got that.
This picture right here, I was surprised in that weekend, took him to Busch Garden.
Why are we talking about back when he was a kid when you took him to Busch Garden? Nobody cares about that. What about the photos, the videos, and the text messages of this year? What about that? What about it? What about pictures and phone calls from 2022, 2021, 2020? What about your relationship with your son back then? Up? You don't have one? Oh, I know. Anytime they go to those childhood pictures and images, it's because they really never had a relationship. They had one when they were young, but once the child became old, they disowned him. This is why he's only talking about those kitty pictures. Nobody don't want to see all of that stuff. Let's go.
That weekend on the plane there, we were flying out to LA when I was taping BET Comic View, graduation. He was a great kid. He came to live with me.
He was a great kid. What about a man? You're saying he was a great kid. So now he came to live with you. Let's hear this.
When he, at the end of his 8th grade year, I wanted to, you know, have an opportunity to see him into his manhood.
So let me get this straight. So he came to live with you. So he wasn't living with you. He wasn't living with you. So he wasn't living with you. So you weren't really in his life, sir. So when he was in 8th grade, he came to live with you. So that means he wasn't living with you at first. Ah. Do you see this, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see how the truth is coming out? And all you gotta do is just look at his body language. Clearly, the man is lying, right? Let's get back to the tapes.
And probably about 11th or 12th grade, it started getting bad or whatever. So I thought I had control of it. Took him off to Alabama State University. Then I sent him to the University of Alabama.
So he was in a university. He was struggling. He was doing all of this stuff. Started from 11th grade. So from 11th grade all the way into 32 years old, all them years, your son been struggling. And you ain't get him no help at all. Let's get to the tapes.
After that, he started doing comedy, started doing stand-up comedy.
I wanted to be like Dad.
Yeah, he was getting, you know, he was doing some stuff with Roy Wood Jr. from Saturday Night Live, who's also from Birmingham. He had some wonderful opportunities. I had him on stage when he was 7 years old. He wanted to.
Do you see how he's continually showing you these kitty pictures, these kitty videos? Oh, I had him on stage. He was doing comedy. Notice he don't got nothing recent of him and his son as a grown man, because he never had a relationship with him, y'all. He's lying. This man didn't even know his son.
Perform. Just a great kid, a lot of life. Every amusement park in the country, he loved roller coasters.
Yes, yes. He was pretty much forcing his son into college. That's exactly, we talked about that on the other platform. It's like Rickey Smiley have this thing where he want all his children to join fraternities. He want them to be, you know what I'm saying, just like him. Go to college, get this education, impress daddy so that he can show off to his buddies that, hey, all of my sons are a part of the fraternity. They're doing this, they're doing that, and it makes him look good. This is what he's pretty much into. So because his sons didn't want to comply and the nephews didn't want to comply, it literally pissed him off. He was very, very disappointed with his children. Let's go.
A lot of fun.
Rickey, you've been making folks laugh for decades now. One of the funniest folks out there. How are you? How are you holding up in this moment?
I just have to, I'm doing good. God had kind of...
Please don't bring God into this, sir. Don't even talk about God. Because you know that you did dirty. You did your son dirty. We already covered the videos. You knew he was going to die. You knew that. We talked about that in other live streams where you said it out your own mouth, that he's the bad one. He's gonna die. This is what you said, sir. Don't try to act like God is involved now. God is not involved in this. Let's get back to the tapes.
Gave me a sense that, you know, that I'm shocked but not surprised.
He's shocked but not surprised. Do you see how he just exposed himself? He said he's shocked but not surprised. He's not surprised that he died because he already knew. Just like I told you, he already knew that he was gonna die. I'm telling you, man, y'all gotta read between the lines.
I understand what's out there.
Yeah.
I understand what's going on. And God just kind of showed me some things. So I was deep inside kind of prepared for it, you know, but at the same time, when it happens, you can never be prepared because that's your child.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy, fam. Salute to Cousin. You said, powerful show, Aki. I can't stay still, bomb after bomb. It's all right, cool. This is crazy right here, fam. This man knows exactly what's going on. And he's hiding the truth. He's hiding what's going on. And if you know you got other things to do, hey, just catch the video stream on a replay, right? Let's get back to this thing. I'm gonna rewind it back because I want to hear what he had to say. Let's go.
I understand what's going on. And God just kind of showed me some things. So I was deep inside kind of prepared for it, you know.
Deep inside, kind of prepared for it. Kind of prepared for it. Kind of prepared for it. He was prepared for his son to die. I told you, ladies and gentlemen, Rickey Smiley was prepared already because he knew his son was going to die. I told you in the last streams that I did on the other platform, he confessed this thing months ago, years ago. He talked about how, yeah, this son is the problem child. He's gonna die. This is what he said out of his own mouth. I showed all the receipts. I don't cap when I do my streams, fam. Let's get back to the tape.
But at the same time, when it happens, you can never be prepared because that's your child. But I'm doing good. I still have to do my morning show. I still have to press my way through, pray my way through, lean.
Fam, you didn't even care about your son. You were doing your morning show even while he was dead. Y'all remember that? While he's supposed to be mourning the loss of his son, y'all remember on his own channel, he was at work doing his morning show. Do you understand me? He was doing his morning show when he's supposed to be mourning the loss of his son. Who does that? Who goes to work when they just lost a loved one? Come on, man. I don't know why this man is still acting like he wants people to feel sorry for him. He was not there for his son, y'all. He didn't even have his phone number. Come on, y'all can't see through the lies. He didn't even have his phone number.
My spirituality, because the God...
Spirituality? What are you talking about? Spirituality? Listen, I cannot stand when people talk like that. Let's get back to the tape, rewind it back.
but I'm doing good. I still have to do my morning show. I still have to press my way through, pray my way through, lean on my spirituality, because the God that we serve is just awesome. Have given me peace that surpasses all understanding.
Really? So your son is dead, but your God gave you peace that passes all understanding? Really? It's interesting how anytime somebody passes away, they always want to make everything religious. So you lost a son, and you're telling me that God gave you peace that passes all understanding. Okay. Really? But you're out here looking for sympathy. You're looking for people to give you attention. But you got peace that passes all understanding. Got you. You're right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm glad somebody brought that up. That was the insurance money piece. I'm glad you brought that comment up. How many of y'all remember the live stream that I've done where Rickey Smiley said that you need to put life insurance on your problem children because you know they're going to die? Y'all remember that stream? Put a 1 in the chat if you viewed that stream where Rickey Smiley said, if you got children that are problematic, on drugs in the streets, wilding out, to put a secret life insurance policy on those children so that if they die, you can send all the other children on a vacation and pay off your bills. Rickey Smiley said this, fam, verbatim with his mouth. And we have video evidence of this, and we all talked about it on the other platform. This is crazy.
And if anything make me cry, it's God's goodness to be able to get out of the bed, to be able to do my morning show, to be able to protect the rest of my kids, my grandkids. And
protect the rest of your kids, your grandkids. Didn't you just recently say that your other son is struggling too? Now, Rickey Smiley, your younger son is struggling too. In another video clip, you said that he's struggling with depression and other issues. What are you doing, sir, to protect your son? What are you doing right now for that young man? It's crazy.
To my family. So I just thank God for his grace and his mercy.
Take care of yourself, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rickey Smiley.
This is crazy.
Well, today...
This is crazy, y'all. Based on what we just heard, Rickey Smiley clearly don't have the toxicology results about the cause of his son's death, but he publicly said that he's speculating that he OD'd. That, sir, is irresponsible coming from you, the father. It's not a problem if I say or speculate, because I don't live with you. I don't live with the family. I'm not a part of the family to know the intricate details of what went down. So as me reporting the news, I can speculate because it's a mystery. But you have firsthand knowledge. You are right there. You had to see the body. You didn't even have an open casket during the funeral. So I'm beginning to wonder, was he physically in good shape and health? Well, he's dead, so health is not even an issue now, but why the casket was closed? You know, normally the casket is open and people could walk by and pay their respects. You were busy dancing and shouting. So I find this thing a little suspect. Did he die by ODing? Was he shot in the face? Like, what really happened to this man? That it was a closed casket. Normally when it's a closed casket, that means bruh man ain't looking too good. I'm telling you, it's crazy, man. Anyway, y'all, we're gonna get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep all these streams like under an hour. Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think, man. This is a crazy situation. We got a lot to talk about. Let me see what time it is. I'm gonna try to do another stream later on this channel. I gotta get my info together. If I don't, I'll just do it in the morning, and we'll continue on from there. But I might come back on later tonight if I'm free to do another stream. But I I don't know, fam. You're going to have to leave your thoughts on this one. I personally believe that Brandon was lined up by his pops, allegedly. He possibly have been drugged. And this is something that is very, very serious. And I think that they need to investigate this thing. I'm surprised that the toxicology test results didn't come back yet. I mean, it's been a while. He should have been got the results already. He should have been got them back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Feli. It should have been done already. Like, he should have been got the results already. It's like, it doesn't even make no sense that all this time and they didn't get no results. That's crazy. So y'all had a funeral and nobody don't even know how the man died? Y'all just speculating? That's crazy. That's a crazy way. I would be investigating the girlfriend because she seems suspect to me too. Yes, Bridget says, is girlfriend suspect too? I would say she's a suspect too. The girlfriend has to be a suspect along with the father because the girlfriend had the father's number. That means that the father and the girlfriend was in communication. Rickey never had his own son's phone number. That's suspect. That means that he wasn't really actively talking with his son. The son didn't have a connection with the father, but the girlfriend had conversations with the father on the low key. That's a problem. She could have been his handler. She could have been lining him up. She could have been following instructions allegedly by the father to lace his drink with some sort of drug or some sort of pill. And being that Brandon confessed on social media on his Instagram that he struggled with drugs and popping pills, if the toxicology results come back that it was drugs, it's an alibi to clear the father from any wrongdoing. Even the girlfriend would be cleared from any foul play because they'll just say he OD'd. Do you see how that go? And a lot of these cases where people OD, it be people lining them up, lace up a joint, a drink, and they make it look like they did this. And the thing is, if these people had a history of using drugs or popping pills, they'll just say, hey, he have a history of doing this, so he caused his own death. Sad, but this is what goes down in these streets. Anyway, y'all, we're gonna get up on out of here, do what we gotta do, right? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe today. Yeah. Ringo TV Raw. You know what I'm saying? Putting in work, doing what we gotta do, providing you the best content on YouTube. If you like my streams, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Click the like button, you know what I'm saying? And make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell, and make sure you click for all so that when I go live, you get notified. If you like my streams and you think they're valuable, you think that you learn a lot, you know, it's entertaining as well as educational, and it changes your life, give you a better perspective on what's going on, hit that Cash App, show that support, fam. $ Ringo TV Raw. It is what it is. So again, I might be back on later on tonight if I'm not doing anything because I got some work I got to do. Other than that, I appreciate everybody coming out to the stream. Peace and blessings to the mods, everybody in the chat. Sean the Navigator, I see you in the building. Right? Yeah, so I wish YouTube had some sort of thing where like you could just read people's comments by just pressing on it, and it like just plays the audio and stuff like that. YouTube got to get it together when it comes to these live streams. You know what I mean? They got to have features where, and I know they have these type of features with other apps that you could use, third-party apps where you can like bring comments in on the screen. I know about all of that stuff, but I'm talking about YouTube need to put those other apps out of business by, you understand? By implementing these type of things into the streaming studio, so that when content creators are going live, they could do stuff like make comments that are in the chat appear on the screen without using a third-party app. This to me would be a great feature, and I truly believe that in the future, in the coming years, YouTube is eventually going to do all of these different things and put everybody else out of business. Other than that, appreciate everybody stopping by. I appreciate your time rocking with the platform. We're growing this particular channel. It's doing well right now. So next step is to get this channel pretty much monetized so we could be back in business And hopefully at the end of the month, we can get the other platform monetized and continue to put out content 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, doing what we got to do on both of the platforms. All right? So that's what we got for you today. So we're going to be back later on, possibly later on. If not, we're going to be on in the morning early. We're going to do an early stream. And I'm going to see about doing my unboxing video for my YouTube 100K award. Yes. I'm going to do an unboxing for that particular video, but I want to make sure that my presentation is up to par because this is an honor for me. So I might take that time to get things set up just for that particular stream. So I may just come on in the morning and do the stream that I would do tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I got some things I got to do. I'm got to get busy doing some things, some work I got to do. So that being said, I appreciate, the love and support and whatnot. And shout out to everybody that subscribed to this channel that came from the other platform. And if you're on this platform and you're not subscribed at the other platform, make sure you subscribe to the Ringo TV Raw. The Ringo TV Reaction platform as well. So I'll catch you there. So it is what it is. Y'all take care. Peace and blessings to everybody. Right? Rickey Smiley didn't care. He didn't. He never cared about his son, fam. I'm just being honest with you. I know a lot of people get mad and stuff like that, but I'm just keeping it real. So y'all be safe out there wherever you are in the world. Drive safe, wear your seatbelt, do what you got to do. Peace and blessings to everybody that support the streams and contribute to the shows. And again, if you want to sponsor my streams, you can do so via Cash App, $ Ringo TV Raw. That being said, I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out, fam. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $ Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.